Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Now, you may notice we are back on the base. Last episode, we ended the episode up on the space station orbiting Uranus. We were trying to get the planetary siphon up and running, and what I realized after I quit recording, I did some testing, that I had completely underestimated the amount of power that we were going to need. Now, I looked at this, and for some reason, it just didn't click until I started testing and saw how much power I was using. I realized what I was doing wrong, obviously. But, yeah, so the amount of EU per tick that it does need is 4 to the whatever power. And then you times that by whatever, whichever depth you're doing, 1 through 4. So the Uranus, which is tier 5, is 4 to the 5 plus 2 power. So 4 to the 7th power, which is 16,000 whatever, something. So half LUV amp for the easiest one to pump on tier 5. Under here, I kind of wish this gas plants thing was in the same tab. So the easiest one to do on Uranus is 16,000 EU per tick, and then if you want to do the 2, then you times it by 2. So the tier 2 would be 32,000, and if you want to do the 3, it's 3 times the 16,000, so 48, and then 4. So this is 64,000 something EU per tick. So if I want to do Krypton, I actually need ZPM power up there, and I'm just trying to decide, is that something that would be worth it? I don't know. The easy-ish way to probably do it would be to, I mean, for the base right now, the easiest way would probably be to do the ZPM reactor, but one, we don't have recipes for the field generator and stuff. I need to do that. We can actually craft that up now, though. This field generator ZPM requires UV circuits. Well, now we have the crystalline. We can actually craft up the things. It's expensive. I mean, this is going to be super expensive. And the question is something like, is that worth it? So I could either do that, or I could do the LUV reactor, which would be easier. I wouldn't have to craft up Nequadria, because I am going to have to start processing our Nequadria if we want to do that, which we are getting, but not a lot. The ZPM does do, it does require bolts. So you do get 8 bolts from 1 ingot, but that is still quite expensive. The other option would be to craft up the LUV one, which is quite a bit easier. Right there. I mean, it's still expensive, but I mean, it's 2 field generators. That's really not the end of the world at this point, considering that we need 2 of these per assembly line, which is a pain in the butt. So I mean, the circuit assembly line requires field generators anyway. So I mean, that's not the end of the world. I would have to do enriched long rods, which again is not super difficult because we have over here, I am actually producing enriched rods. I can just have them do I could send these through a hammer, a forge hammer, and craft up the long ones. So I may do that. I need to work out how much power. Let's see. So I'm just thinking, like, what is like the absolute most power we're gonna need if I want to do Xenon, which is kind of what I wanted to do anyway. The other option would be, should I just wait? Is it worth setting this up for something that's not like super? I mean, Krypton and Argon and Neon aren't, I mean, it's not that much better than helium, to be honest. Xenon is quite a bit better. But what would that be? So that would be a tier 6 to the times 4. Let's just do that math really quick. It is... Alright. So it'd be 4 to the 8th power would be for tier 1. Let me do that really quick. That would be 65,000. And if I want to do that times 4, yeah, it is 262,000 EU per tick for the absolute most. All right. So I probably... Like, I can't... If I do... If I craft up a ZPM one, it's not actually going to be enough to upgrade it to the Xenon one. Alright, let me... Are there any other ways we could... We could do plasma generators. I believe there is a single block one. They're not as efficient as the multi, although we could just build a multi one up there if we really wanted to. Isn't there like... Yeah. So the fuel efficiency actually does go up. I don't know how hard these are to craft up, to be honest. Alright, so they are... UHV, really? That needs UHV for ZPM power. I mean, I know these are like easy. It's easy power. Like, I could just ender tank the plasma up into another dimension kind of thing. But it's like, oh man, ZPM. Yeah, Naquata wire, UHV. Like, what is with that jump? Holy cow. I don't... Yeah. There's no way I can craft that up. I'm like, there is... I could craft up a plasma generator. The question is this easier than just doing a reactor, a Naquata reactor or whatever? Alright. A lot of stuff I need to think about what I want to do right here. Should we just kind of ignore it until I get to the next planet? Okay, let me figure out what I want to do. Okay, we are back. I have been doing a bit of Googling, a bit of asking, and what I've come up with, and it wasn't technically my idea, but it was suggested. And I think I'm going to go with this. And instead of doing like a reactor, which would be one way to do it, I don't have Naquadria automated yet, so it's kind of a pain. What I think we're going to do is the quantum ring from Applied Energistics, and then we will transfer the power with the P2P tables. I think we'll try that. Now, I do need to... I should test this before I, like... Let's see. Can I test this? I have, like, a... Yeah, we'll try that. Do I have an empty... Yeah, that works. So, we'll set up the quantum ring. Now, I think I'm going to do it... Probably over here. Obviously, we're going to attach to that. But I just want to test this. And kind of see... Yeah, let's do it over here. We even have a thing right there. See how much, like, power this draws and stuff, because I really don't know. And I also think... it... Doesn't it draw... There is... cable loss, or power loss, EU per tick loss, from transporting it through. Alright. I have also split... I split these apart. I really have to sort out my channels. I do like having all the channels come back, but it is kind of making it a lot more complicated than it really needs to be. Okay, so we got that. Let's craft up a second one here. I just want to do this. No, it's our wireless charger is filling it. I don't want it to fill it. I just want to test this out before I get up onto the space station with that weird gravity. Which, by the way, I have crafted up space gravity boots to help a little bit. So, right, so they're both on. Now, we link them with this. They should be connected now. So, in theory, I think I have enough. I think I have enough channels, right? Yeah. I think I have like 5 or something like that. I have 5 channels. So, I don't think the quantum ring... I don't think that takes a channel, but if I add a P2P, it will. So what we'll do is this. And then I think you hit it with the GregTech cable? Yes. Alright, so GTU. And then I will do it on this side as well. And that to GTU. So I'm hoping this works how I think it does. Input, output. So if I do that, ludicrous. Put that in there. Right, it just filled the battery buffer, but as we can see, it's not getting power. So if I do this, is that filling that? All right. It might take a second. No, the power is not going through, it looks like. Right, so this is where I was like, I need to make sure I have this correct before I flew up there into the base. So let me... I'm just noticing that this is not using the channel. The channels are coming from the quantum thing, which, yeah, that would be right. Wait. I may have this... I may did this wrong. I haven't done quantum rings since the GregBlock, I think. It's been quite a while. Like, that's gonna go through there, and then it attaches to that. We can see it is attached. I need to get the power going through out of that. Alright, let's not have this connected. I did that wrong. Let's have it connected just normally to the base. Right, and then this is connecting this. I'm sure some people are like yelling at me like, this is so easy, why is it so difficult? Alright, so input, output, Yep, there is that. Okay, let's try this again. Oops. That's still not pulling power, is it? I may be not... Maybe doing the GT... I mean, that should work. I think. This is connected. This is connected. You can see, like, that channel, it's connected. Yeah, input side, output side, it is connected. They're both online. I am just not getting the power to go through it. All right. Be right back. Okay, so I did just connect the P2P without the quantum link chambers, and it is filling up. So it's the quantum bit that I have. It doesn't seem to be wanting to work with that. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Do I have it? No, I'm pretty sure I have it. I thought I had it linked in the right spot. You should be connected, right? Input side. Let's say it's missing panel. Yeah, it hasn't popped up there yet. Oh, there it is. Alright, so it does say it's linked. Wait, did it work that time? That wasn't full before, was it? Dang it, I don't think I have any of the batteries. Did that just work that time? Oh, I do have a couple. Sweet. Because I was actually thinking about maybe using batteries for... Oh, now it's working. I mean, didn't I basically have the exact same setup before? I just came out the front. Does it have to go out the side? Does it not work up the front? Maybe that's what. Now I'm confused. Does it just not work on the front of the... I could have sworn it worked on the front. Alright, isn't that exactly what I had before? What did I change? Why is it working now? I didn't change it. This hasn't changed. I mean, I colored the cable. Okay, hold on. Now I'm like legit confused. Because I had this... Hold on. Maybe it was... Maybe I had to... You know what? I think I placed it... No, it doesn't automatically connect. I was like, maybe I placed it after the wire and that was... Alright, now it's not working. Oh, I need to link it again. Hold on. Isn't that what I did last time? I would have to go back and look at that recording. I had this exact setup and it wasn't working, right? I must be crazy. Alright, well there we go. We are transferring that through the quantum ring into the battery. So that is how we're going to power it up on the space station. And we are back up in space. I do have these gravity boots on, which don't let you jump. They can do, like, if you hold down spacebar, you kind of hop a bit funny. But if you turn off your jetpack, you kind of don't you don't float away. Also, this stacks up the rockets right there, so probably need to get rid of these. All right, so what I've decided is I'm going to, and I hope this actually works. I haven't tested it. We're gonna do, all right, this needs to go. We don't need that. We're gonna do, I guess we'll do that there. Put bus. Mining pipes. It doesn't actually consume the mining pipes. They just sit in there, so they don't like hop over to here like the regular things. I think you just need a certain amount of pipes for it to work. All right, and then we are going to put 2 LUV energy hatches. I wanted some batteries, but I don't have any ZPM batteries. They are quite difficult to make at this point. Just a lot of materials, and I'm running a bit low on a ruby that we need. So if you want to do, this is the ZPM battery. So as we can see, you need 8 clusters and 2 field generators. Everything else is fine, but that is quite expensive. Or you could do the Cenarium ones, or it's not Cenarium. It's Nequadria is the next one. But that is 16 Nequadria, which I haven't got processed. So anyway, I've decided I want to do this, and I wanted to do the... We'll do the battery buffer. Guess. Now, I haven't built this in the best of locations. I probably should have built off on a platform. Should I do that really quick? That is... You know what? I think I'm actually going to do that. This is where I launch the thing. We'll launch our thing from here. Let me rebuild this over here. Kind of give us a bit more room. Now it fortunately appears that you can't double hatch. I thought we could maybe do that to overclock it, but it does appear it only accepts 1. Either that or it needs a certain amount of machine frames. But I didn't... It doesn't say, like, there's a minimum amount, but there might be. I think I have 3 on there. But there we go. So I got that set up. I'm kind of hoping... Where did I put the... kind of hoping this will pull 2 amps. It does say it can pull 2 amps. So I'm hoping maybe we can get 62,000 from that. Otherwise, I'm going to have to... I guess... Yeah, do a ZPM energy hatch, I guess. I just didn't want to... I wanted to have batteries, because I wasn't sure with chunk loading and stuff. But, alright, so there is that. I guess we will do... I do have ZPM going into it in the base. And maybe it was because I spray painted the cabling. Maybe that's why it started working and it wasn't working before. I don't know. But, okay, so there is that. That'll be linked, and then I guess we'll just throw this here. Now, I'm probably going to have to come back up here. Because I forgot to... It might need power. AE power. Yeah. It should, once it... once it connects, but I think it might need... It might need like an energy buffer on this side. Oh, that's right. I can't do the corner ones, but it's not on right now. So I'm gonna have to grab a energy cell. What I am. To turn it on. And once it's on, it'll be fine. But it can't turn on. I don't think it can turn on across dimension. Unless you have... that. Yeah, so that's not... Alright, I am gonna have to fly back. Which is a bit annoying. Alright, do I... Is this what I want? I'm just debating. I'm like, do we need the batteries or not? Should I just have this directly go into ZPM Energy Hatch? I would like to know if this will actually work. You know what? We have some power. Let's actually see if this works. I need to do... Let's try 4 and see. Actually, I think you can actually just do it on the... If I remember. I think you can just do it with that. You actually don't need the physical. Alright, so in theory, that should work when I hit this. No, it's not. Alright. I don't think it's getting enough power. Let's drop it down to 2 and see if that works. That will be... Yeah, alright. So it's not pulling enough to... It's not pulling 2 amps, unfortunately. Alright, that's kind of what I wanted to know. Alright, we are getting neon, but I want krypton. Alright, so, need to fly back. Need to get an energy cell, and I guess we'll just pipe this directly into a ZPM energy hatch. So we'll be back. And we are... back. So, there is the ZPM energy hatch. I was debating whether just to bring in LUV power into the batteries and then transform it up to ZPM. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. I have a feeling I'm going to be back here a couple times before we get this in... before I'm like completely satisfied with this. I don't know. I really just like having batteries, especially when chunk loading is involved. Alright, so there is that directly into a ZPM energy hatch. Did I put it up to 4? I do have it on 4. Alright, I'm going to empty that out, but we need to get this turned on. So let's do this, and hopefully that is not where I wanted to place that. Alright, don't break it with the pickaxe, because you lose the charge. Wanted it right there. Alright, there we go. So it's turned on. It is getting power from the overworld, but it kind of needs a battery to get it going. And we do have 1 channel, so that should be... Hopefully. It does say missing channel, which makes me a little nervous. But it is connected. It might... I don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're getting krypton. Even though it says missing channel, it's actually... It is producing, or it is... Yeah, it's sending 1 amp of ZPM over. Alright, I mean, that's using a lot of... that is a lot of power to get. Oh, no, it turned off. Is it not getting enough power? See, this is kind of why I wanted... No, it's still... Yeah, it's getting power. I don't know what turned it off. Did I turn it off? Maybe I turned it off. Is it worth it for that tiny little bit of Krypton? Probably not. But, oh well. We're making so much power, we might as well. And then I'm going to fluid detect it and machine. Oh, it turned off again. Yeah, there is something going on with... It might be something not being chunk loaded correctly in the base. So when I go back to the base, it'll be fine. Because you can see it's actually running, but... Yeah, see, that's why I wanted... That's really why I wanted batteries. To buffer against something like that. Because if I fly back, it might turn off. I'm gonna do my normal turn off thing. Alright, it seems to be getting power. Let's finish this up. It is quite slow, isn't it? I mean, it's only... I know it's only 100 liters per second. It's quite expensive. This will be much quicker, but obviously a lot more power. What's ammonia? That's actually pretty cool. I might have 3 on Neptune, although that is a ton of power if I was puppied 3. There we go, turn off again. That is... Yeah, I'm gonna need batteries. Alright. Ooh. I saw something flickering. I think it's just because it's... We're in, I think it's a chunk loading thing. Alright, is definitely something going on with the chunk loading because as we can see it is linked and now it's missing channel, so we can see it. There's something going on with the on the other side. So I have switched over my P2P and I have built a new tank over with all my tanks, and I switched over to this one. Now, I think I'm just going to do transformers, fill a battery buffer, a 4-slot battery buffer, and then transform up again until I can... do a ZPM battery a bit easier. That's going to take a little bit of time. Either the Nequadria or we will do the Lapatronic ones. But yeah, that is... I guess they're not Lapatronic. What are they called? Energy module. Plus they hold 10 billion. Once we start doing these, we can actually... get the 60 billion capacitor for our battery bank, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. This should work fine. I was debating whether to switch over the to transport ZPM power, or need to turn off my... There we go. Transport ZPM power or LUV power. I'm just going to stick with ZPM. And like I said, we're just going to do transformers. All right, so transform down into a battery buffer. I do need to... Actually, I think that was still hooked. I didn't end up moving it in the end. And then we'll place that there. So ZPM should be on that side. Let's just double check. Yeah, ZPM. Just in case. Yeah. All right, so we're transforming down into these. And then transforming up into that. And then we should be good. All right, cool. And then hopefully if there's like issues where it toggles on and off or something, if I'm changing dimensions, we'll have a bit of a buffer to protect against that. But it does seem like it's doing okay now. I may have just had to go back to the base and get it loaded in correctly, because now it seems to be fine. But all right, there we go. There is our Krypton. We're not getting a whole lot of it, but hey, we're producing so much power, we might as well. We might as well use the Krypton and use some of this power. It is being transported with the Ender fluid tank directly into the base. So probably didn't need a large tank. I could have just used a little small one, actually. But all right, so there we go. We got our planetary siphon going. We are using 65,000 EU per tick to get some Krypton, but hey, it's fun. New things, and I'm thinking we will probably be using the GregTech EU, the P2P. We're going to continue using that, I think, for more our miners and stuff like that. So yeah, but anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.